Welcome back to the Transfer Daily YouTube channel, and we are back with a new update on the transfer market. Some big breaking stories today, and we're starting off with Romain Esse. And I exclusively revealed a few weeks ago that Crystal Palace's top target for a new midfielder is Romain Esse and Joby Bellingham. Obviously, they tried to sign Joby Bellingham last summer, but the deal didn't happen due to Bellingham staying. But they have got and signed one of their number one targets in Romain Esse from Millwall. And Millwall have retired the number 15 shirt due to Esse being one of the highest talents you've ever produced from the academy. But now a deal is in place between Crystal Palace and Millwall over the transfer of Romain Esse. So medical is set to take place today, and the announcement could be either later today or early on tomorrow. So let's wait and see. And it's believed that a fee was his release clause of 14.5 million, which was triggered by Crystal Palace. But now for Crystal Palace, they will try again for Joby Bellingham next summer, but obviously the competition is a lot more stronger for Joby Bellingham, as he's seen as one of the best midfielder talents in the world at the moment. So let's wait and see, but once again, the announcement will be either later today or tomorrow. Negotiations now are ongoing between Everton and Lyon over the signing of Ernest Nuamah. And what we can tell you is that an agreement has been reached between the two clubs for a fee of around 20 million euros for Nuamah to become an Everton player. And as I said a few weeks ago in a video, Nuamah is likely to move to the Premier League in January, and exit was definitely there. And the difference compared to the summer is, in the summer, Nuamah wanted to stay at Lyon, but this season for Lyon, he hasn't played as much. So the reason behind him leaving for January is to get more playing time. The fee of around 20 million euros is being agreed. But now what is left is personal terms with Everton. So obviously last summer, going back to it, Fulham agreed the fee, agreed personal terms, but then with the medical, the player had second thoughts, so the deal didn't happen. But Fulham, obviously, they didn't decide to continue that. So Fulham haven't actually gone back in for Nuamah, despite it being a very real option that they could, but no move made by Fulham, as Fulham at the moment not expected to sign anyone in January. And Everton now are pushing for the deal, just waiting. Negotiations are still in process on the player side, so they're waiting for the green light and the agreement on the player side, and then David Moyes could get his first signing as Everton manager. But I will say with Ernest Nuamah, it's one of these where anything could change last minute because of what we know happened in the summer. So let's wait and see what happens with this one. Omar Marmoush to Manchester City. Anyway, a deal is in place with Eintracht Frankfurt over the deal. As I said yesterday in the video, or the day before that Manchester City were preparing a new bid, and this bid was expected to be in excess of 60 million euros. So now the agreement is in place. Now the medical tests are being booked and the final documents are being sent to both clubs, and the final fee is around 80 million euros. So Manchester City very busy, but there's 3 signings now set to happen for Manchester City. The deal is in place, and Omar Marmoush was always keen on a move to the Premier League, no matter what club. So personal terms were never an issue, and Marmoush is really keen on the move. And just a quick one on Savinho and links with Real Madrid. Savinho will not leave Manchester City within the next seasons. This will not happen unless if something goes really wrong. And also as well, I want to mention is that Real Madrid like the player, but it's nothing more than that. Maybe for Real Madrid to sign a new forward, you'd have to see maybe Brahim Diaz go and leave the club, or Vinicius Junior or Rodrigo, someone like that, for them to go and make a move for a winger like Savinho. So at the moment, nothing really concrete in that, and Savinho is also happy, but Omar Marmoush joins the attacking options, and for Manchester City they view Marmoush as a Julian Alvarez type of player, where he can play in that attacking midfielder role, he can play on the wings, and he can play through the middle. So there we have it, a fee around €80 million, a third signing. And staying on the topic of Manchester City, and it is a big news from earlier, and it is that Erling Haaland will sign a 9.5-year contract, taking his contract to 2034. So this is big news, not expected, because obviously we know Manchester City's situation at the moment, but it's a big message to other clubs from Manchester City. And for Erling Haaland, the release clause that he had is now gone, and Erling Haaland's new clause will be active in 2029. So his contract runs until 2034, but the release clause will become active from 2029. So big news for Manchester City. Erling Haaland set to spend the majority of his career at Manchester City, as he's very happy there. And also, this release clause that he has from 2029 is probably around the €300 million mark, this type of fee. So one where it's very tough and only a few teams can pay that much. So, yeah, and Erling Haaland now is one of the highest paid players in world football, if not the highest paid according to reports, and Manchester City's highest ever paid player. So there we have it, 9.5 contract extension until 2034. Release clause has wiped out the current one, and a new one will become active from 2029.